Hello, everyone. It's Brock with Peel Tech, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about Google Workspace, which means basically if you have a Gmail email, then you're part of the Google Workspace. And oftentimes I have questions from you regarding what is Google Drive and what are some other alternatives to Word or Excel. And again, if you have a Gmail account, email, then you have access to all of this via the Google Workspace. So let's go through a little bit about that. So as you can see on my screen, I am just at google.com. And this is where I'm sure a lot of you do your searches for. And I wanted to direct your attention up here to the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And this little, they call it a hamburger. This little hamburger here is basically a menu of all of the more or less free programs that you get when you are part of the Gmail ecosystem. So once you click that, you see here that there's Google Drive, there's access to your Gmail, there's YouTube, etc. So all of this, and for those of you who are on Android phones, most of you are probably connected to Google Photos. So like if you're on a Mac, then you are part of iCloud, and so when you're taking photos on your iPhone, they're going to Apple Photos. So in this particular case, this is Google Photos. So, but I wanted to direct your attention to Google Drive. And that's where I get a lot of questions from folks on exactly what it is, how do I use it, etc. So I am on my kind of test user profile. So I don't have really anything in my Google Drive, but what this is essentially it is a think of it as like folders on your computer that live on the cloud, right? So they're all up in the Google servers, and this is where you would store all of your files. So let's just do something for an example. So if we go up here to the left hand side and we click on New, you're going to get a number of options here of the different software that Google offers in their ecosystem. So Google Docs is very similar to Word. You have Google Sheets, which is very similar to Excel, and Google Slides, which is kind of like PowerPoint. So those are the three big ones that a lot of you are probably used to when you were using Microsoft Office, which comes with Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So let's just, for an example, create a Google Doc, okay? So this is the equivalent of Word. And so what you can see here, it looks very similar to Microsoft Word. So we are going to go ahead and in the upper left-hand corner, you can see there is it says untitled document. Okay. So it's similar to like Word where you would go in and you would say save, you go file, and then you go save as, and then you would name that document. Well, here we have an option to do that right up on top. So we're just going to go ahead and say this is the testing doc, right? And then you hit enter and it's now saved. So what I wanted to do though is point out, so I'm going to go back to Google Drive. Okay. We had that open in the other tab and we're going to see, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and we'll just do testing, whoopsie, testing 1, 2, 3, and it automatically saves it. You don't have to go to file, save. So I'm going to go ahead and just close out of this document simply by, on the very top here, upper left-hand side, by simply clicking this X, which is going to put it, which is going to close it, okay? So now I hit refresh, and here's my document. So basically, every time that you create a document and you save a document, it's going to show up right here. And it doesn't matter if it's a Google spreadsheet, which is, again, the Google Sheets. It doesn't matter if it's Google Slide. everything in your drive will have all of the documents that you've created. And so up here, you can see that once you get, a lot of, say, files, you have the ability to search by type. See, this lists all of the main programs. You can search by people. So if you've shared it out with people, see, here's my email address, like modified, which is basically when was it modified, and then location. Again, there's Google Drive and a couple other options here that you can sort by. So anyway, so that's kind of it in a nutshell. Just a very top level of file storage within Google Drive. I hope that was super helpful, and I hope everybody has a good rest of the day. Thanks.